This $30 book has helped me make over $30,000 in my first year in e-commerce. And no, I'm not getting paid for this or getting any commission at all. I just thought it was a great book which I'll share with you guys. So make sure to stick along for a few minutes. I'll summarize the main points in the book and give you some actionable steps which you can take. So a bit of backstory on this book is called How to Sell Anything Online from Anita Sarka. So she is the owner of Hero Packaging. So they basically do gift boxes, recyclable packaging and all the lot. I bought this 2 years ago when I was starting out my e-commerce journey, and since then I've referred back to it loads because it's got some great lessons about like marketing, how to start, and then like other success stories from other businesses. So it's been really valuable. One of the main lessons I've learned from this book is about your offer. When you're selling things online, you need to have a really strong offer, because there's so many options on the internet now with bigger brands like Nike if you're doing clothing, or even just Amazon with their 2-day shipping. So you need to set yourself apart. Why should people care? And what is different from you and your competition? You need to figure that out first when you're starting a business. Lesson number 2 that I've learned from this book is you need to figure out your audience. The best brands know exactly who they're talking to, and that's how the marketing is so effective. You can't sell makeup to a 70-year-old man. So you need to dial down and focus on your audience and only market to them. If you try marketing to everyone, you'll end up selling to no one. The book also shows how real businesses automate their growth. They don't just rely on ads. They build ecosystems and a community around their product. They do this through emails, which is a great way to get sales and recurring customers. They also use UGC and social proof, which is great for building trust and authenticity with your brand. They also use partnerships. A great example of this is Stanley and Starbucks. They both have very alike audiences, and it was very successful because of that. All of these are essential for building a successful business. The book also breaks down emotional buying. People usually act first and justify later. That's why it's so important to evoke emotion in your audience when you're advertising your product. Your 4 levers are scarcity, community, impact, and belonging. Those are the 4 things you can use to evoke emotion. The bigger brands don't shout louder, they just connect deeper with their audience. A great example of this is Hero Packaging, where they don't just say buy my mailer, they say join the mission in helping the planet through our recyclable packaging. That's why they're so successful. The last important lesson that I've learned from this book is your brand story is your biggest sales weapon. Massive brands like Nike use this, because when you see a Nike ad, it's not just here's some new running shoes, it's you're an athlete with these shoes. Every successful brand gives their customer the hero identity. You can do this too. Position the customer as the hero and your product as the tool. Here are the most important takeaways from the book, How to Sell Anything Online. Firstly, the most successful businesses don't sell, they solve. And your product doesn't matter if your offer sucks. Figure out your audience. You can't sell to everyone. Evoke emotion in your audience to sell your product. And finally, if you build a movement, you'll never need to beg for sales ever again. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe. And if you want to see how big brands brainwash you to buy, make sure to watch this video. I'll see you in the next one.